estimated 6,500 drownings or drowning-related deaths in the United States every year. Children under the age of 4, adolescents, and young adults aged 15 to 24 make up the majority of drowning victims. Florida has the highest number of drownings in the country, averaging 400 per year. Sarasota County is home to some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and our beaches and surrounding bodies of water continue to draw the attention of tourists and residents alike. Sarasota County Emergency Services respond to water-related incidents daily, and it is crucial that all Sarasota County Fire Department operations personnel have a basic understanding of water rescue operations. Hello, my name is Dan Rankin, and I'm a captain with the Sarasota County Fire Department Training Division. Today I'm honored to present a short video on water rescue operations. There will be 3 levels of training for Sarasota County Fire Department personnel in water rescue: awareness, basic operations, and advanced operations. This video will focus on awareness level and basic operations. Warning: personnel should not operate in functions that exceed their level of training. It is the purpose of this program to establish minimum training standards for water incident responses and firefighter survival techniques. Objectives include risk assessment and hazard identification, shore-based rescue techniques, deploying throwable devices, personal protective equipment and donning PFDs, basic surface rescue techniques, and survival and self-rescue techniques. Our goal is to provide Sarasota County Fire Department personnel with a level of training that will prevent them from placing themselves in harm's way, at the same time providing awareness and basic operations level skills essential to safely and effectively operating in water-related emergencies. When conducting your size-up, secure a witness to assist in gathering information to determine exactly what happened and the location of any victims. If no victims are present, command may have to look for clues on the scene to determine what happened. Assess immediate and potential hazards to rescuers and bystanders. Isolate immediate hazard area, secure the scene, and deny entry for all non-rescue personnel. Then assess on-scene capabilities and determine the need for additional resources. Identify hazards that are present, which include but are not limited to the volume and velocity of the water, debris in the water, hydraulics, depth of the water, and the presence of dangerous wildlife. As with any other type of emergency operation, when it comes to water rescue, it's important to have knowledge of and proficiency with your tools. In addition to the equipment currently carried on Squad 8 and Squad 9, there will be a complement of water rescue equipment provided for additional Sarasota County Fire Department apparatus in the near future. This video will focus on basic water rescue equipment such as throw ropes, buoyancy devices, and personal flotation devices. A throw bag or throw line is a rescue device with a length of rope stuffed loosely into the bag so it can pay out through the top when the bag is thrown to a swimmer. Throwing the bag to a swimmer can be done from the shore or in the water from a stable platform. Try to get the swimmer's attention with whistle blasts or shouts before throwing the rescue bag. Ideally, toss it so that the bag sails past the swimmer and the line falls across their chest. If you have their attention before you throw, they can move to the rope if you miss. Filling the bag with water can provide additional weight, which may aid in overcoming high winds.
Hi, my name is Harv Baver. I'm with the Sarasota County Beach Patrol. I'm going to talk a little bit about our rescue equipment. We have 2 flotation devices that we use in rescuing individuals and victims. The first one is the Peterson belt. This is the most versatile. It's soft, so you can clip it for a loop. This will support 2, perhaps 3 people, depending on their size. And the way you use this is you strap it around your arm on your shoulder like that. And if I have to swim out to a victim, I'm going to let it float behind me. I'll swim to the victim. I get to the victim. I'll momentarily stop, pull this up, and either reach it out to the victim, or if the victim's unresponsive, I'll flip this around him and start to tow it. These pieces of equipment are always on our person as a lifeguard. Even if we're walking away from the water, we always carry these because you never know when something's going to happen. And the last thing you don't want is to be caught without one of these flotation devices. This can not only save the victim's life, it can save you, the rescuer's life. The other one we have is the can buoy. This is a hard, rigid type of plastic. This is the famous Baywatch device you always see. And again, you strap that on. And this is not as easy or versatile to use as the Peterson belt, because obviously you can't bend this, but this gives you a lot of flotation for a large individual, up to 2-3 people. It can also be used as a defensive weapon. Let's say between you and the victim becomes, aggressive. You can always use this to subdue him or neutralize some of his actions. So again, can buoy, Peterson belt, essential pieces of victim flotation devices that should always be carried by the lifeguard or the rescuer.
A personal flotation device, or PFD, is a piece of equipment designed to assist the wearer in keeping afloat in water. The wearer may be either conscious or unconscious. 89% of all boating fatalities are related to lack of a PFD. PFDs should be worn when working in, on, or near water. To don your PFD, insert both arms one at a time through the armholes. Next, fasten your top and bottom clasp, then tighten the fasteners on the side to ensure a snug fit.
I'm going to attach a tag line to the vest, just in case I need to get out of the vest for some reason. I can release and get free. If you do need to get out of the vest to get below the water's top a little bit, you can stick your tag line through the armhole, clip it into your belt, make sure your carabiner is secured, and then when you take the life vest off, it stays attached to the line. Then when you get back up, put your PFD back on, and you're all set.
Rescue operations should be conducted with as little risk to rescuers as necessary to effect the rescue. Low-risk operations may not always be possible, but should be considered first. The order of rescue from low risk to high risk are: talk, reach, throw, row, and go.
Okay,
Talk.
just rest on the
If the
buoy
water
line
is
there.
calm or
We're
slow
gonna get
moving,
something to
try to
attach.
talk to the victim into self-rescue if possible.
Okay.
Try to stay calm.
If talking is not possible or ineffective, then reach. Extend an arm, pike pole, rescue hook, or any other such object to reach the victim and pull them from the water.
Side of the pool here.
Next, throw. Attempt to throw the victim a throw bag rescue line or some other type of approved safety flotation device and pendulum belay or haul the victim to the bank or shore. Next, row. If you're unable to reach or throw to the victim, consider using a boat or other type of watercraft to gain access to the victim if available. Consider the time it would take to deploy resources safely and effectively, and determine if this would be the appropriate action based on your ongoing size-up. Finally, go. As a last resort, if it's not possible to reach the victim by other means, consider putting a rescuer in the water to reach the victim. Make entry into the water, creating as little wake as possible. While approaching the victim, it is important to maintain a safe distance while assessing them. For the unconscious or unresponsive victim, gain control by turning the victim onto their back, then cross-chest carry them to safety. Continue your assessment by asking if there are any other victims or if the victim has any injuries. Determine if there will be special considerations, such as when the victim is entrapped by an object beneath the surface. If a rescuer is to enter the water, they should locate and continually assess the patient. It is imperative that all personnel maintain situational awareness and communicate any arising concerns or changes in conditions. Frequently, we conduct fireground operations in close proximity to significant water hazards. It is important that firefighters have a good understanding of self-rescue and survival techniques should they fall into the water while wearing PPE and SCBA. Should a firefighter find themselves submerged in water, it is important to remain calm. Notify command and call a mayday if possible. Roll onto your back and bring your knees towards your chest. This will trap in air and increase your buoyancy. While positioned on your back and while remaining afloat, you should be positioned with your face out of the water. However, the SCBA will enable you to breathe underwater should you become submerged. Attempt to signal personnel nearby if you're unable to use the radio. Make your way to the shore and remember to remain calm. The water will add additional weight to your PPE, which will make removal from the water difficult. It may take several personnel to retrieve you from the water. Once you've been removed from the water, notify command and take the SCBA out of service until it can be inspected and serviced.
You guys messed that one up. That's pretty good, actually.
That's not bad.
We'll put it through the armhole. Take two. Take two.
I can fix that.